Welcome to the program. Today, 30th July. My name is Syed, and we start the program with Saudi Arabia's breaking news. Violations of the ban on working under the sun must be reported. The spokesperson of the Human Resource and Social Development, Mohammad Al-Rozgi, has asked everyone to report any violations on the decision of banning workers from working under the sun. People who notice violations for the ban decision can report them through MHRSDC application or via the unified number of the Ministry of Customer Service 19911, he said. MHRSD has stressed the importance of preserving the safety and health of workers and keeping them away from what could cause them risk and health risk, especially with the continuing rise in temperatures, according to the National Center of Meteorology. UAE bans rice exports and re-exports for 4 months. The United Arab Emirates has banned rice exports and re-exports for 4 months, including rice of Indian origin, Emirates News Agency reported on Friday. The decision, including banning the export and re-export of rice originated in the Republic of India imported into the country, including free zones after July 20, the statement said, adding that it applies to all rice varieties. The UAE, which imports 90% of its food, said the ban would cover rice of all varieties, including brown rice, fully or partially milled rice, and broken rice. Companies wishing to export or re-export rice must submit a request to the Ministry of Economic to obtain an export permit outside the country, according to WAM reported. Head of Saudi mission to Europe present credential to European Commission Chief. Haifa Al-Jadia, the ambassador and head of Saudi Arabia's mission to the Europe and the European Atomic Energy Community, presented her credential to the President of the European Commission, Ursula, the Saudi presidency reported on Friday. During the handover, the two sides held a meeting where they reviewed the joint relation between the kingdom and the Europe and ways of developing and strengthening them in various fields. The Deputy Prime Minister of China will arrive in Pakistan tomorrow on a 3-day visit. On the invitation of the government of Pakistan, he leaving special representative of Chinese President Xi Jinping, Vice Premier of China, and member of the Politburo of the Communist Party Central Committee will visit Pakistan from July 30 to August 1. According to the statement issued by the spokesperson of the Foreign Office on Saturday, Chinese Vice Prime Minister He Living will participate in the 10th anniversary celebration of CPAC during his visit and will meet President Arif Alvi and Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif. Sri Lanka invites Japan to resume investment. Sri Lanka on Saturday invited Japan to resume investment in projects including power, roads and ports as the Japanese Foreign Minister wrap up the first high-level visit to the crisis-hit country in nearly 4 years. Sri Lanka Foreign Minister Ali Sabri said his country was seeking Japanese investment in sectors such as power, infrastructure and dedicated investment zones, as well as in the green and digital economic, Reuters reported. Education in Mother Tongue initiating a new form of justice for students in India. Speaking at an event to mark the 3rd anniversary of the National Education Policy in New Delhi on Saturday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi preached for education in the mother tongue and said through the NEP, the country has started leaving behind the inferiority complex generated after portraying the country's rich language as backward. Citing the example of Europe, Mr. Modi said education is the mother tongue will do justice to the young population in the country. Indian CBI takes over Manipur sexual assault case investigation. The Central Bureau of Investigation on July 29 took over the Manipur sexual assault case for further investigation, an agency official said. Fire alert at Iraq Basra power station causes blackout. A fire broke out at a power station in Basra Gornet on Saturday, causing a full blackout in the country. Iraq's Minister of Electricity said adding service would back to normal in the coming hours. The blaze erupted at the Al-Bakr secondary station in Basra at 12:40 p.m. local time, causing the collapse of floats in the southern region and the power line between the central and southern Gornets, the ministry added in a statement. The incident came at a time when the country's electricity system is facing tough conditions due to shortage in fuel and growing demand for powers as well as an unprecedented rise in the temperature. Work is underway quickly through the country's bodies to restore the separate units and transmission lines to help return service normally in the coming hours, it noted agency. Saudi Arabia follows an approach that preserves human dignity such as eliminating human trafficking, HRC chief. Saudi Human Rights Commission President Dr. Hala Al-Tujri has confirmed that the kingdom since its founding has followed an approach that preserves human dignity and rights while eliminating human trafficking. Dr. Al-Tujri, who is also the president of the National Committee to Combat Human Trafficking, has confirmed this is a press statement she made on the occasion of the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons 2023. She also highlighted the efforts made by Saudi Arabia in combating crimes of trafficking in persons, taking all measures that would eliminate this transnational crime in all its forms, while praising the great progress that the kingdoms achieved in this framework. Saudi Arabia has also taken the necessary measures to deter traffickers and perpetrators for these crimes in addition to taking care and protecting the victims, which resulted in the kingdom achieving improvement and progress at the international level in the classification of Saudi Arabia in international reports concerned with these fields. Indian Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on July 29 said the focus of the government is on 4 Is infrastructure, investment, innovation and inclusiveness to make India a developed nation by 2047. She said India has necessary wherewithal to meet the goal set by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said world looking at India as nursery for new possibilities. The world is looking at India as a nursery for new possibilities and several countries are approaching the government for setting up IIT campus there, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said on July 29. Delivering the inaugural address at the Akhil Bharatiya Shiksha Samagam on the 3rd anniversary of the launch of the National Education Policy, the Prime Minister said various global universities are also interested in setting up their campus in India. Indian politics opposition blocks India Mumbai meeting may be deferred to September. The opposition alliance India is likely to defer its third meeting in Mumbai to the first week of September after some leaders conveyed they may be unavailable on August 25 to 26 due to other engagements, so said on Saturday. NCP chief Sharad Pawar, whose party recently saw a split, will embark on tour of Maharashtra from mid-August and is among the leaders who will be unavailable next month, they said. United States announced $345 billion military aid package for Taiwan. The US on Friday announced $345 million in military aid for Taiwan in what is the Biden administration's first major package drawing on America's own stockpiles to help Taiwan counter China. The White House announcement said the package would include defense education and training for the Taiwanese. Washington will send man-portable air defense system or man-PADS intelligence and surveillance capabilities, firearms and missiles, according to the US official who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss sensitive matter ahead of the announcement. Former Prime Minister of Pakistan Imran Khan decision to investigate Senate who approved the Army Act. The Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has approved a formal inquiry to examine the role of party members in the process of approving amendments to the Army Act. The meeting of the core committee of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf was held under the chairmanship of Chairman Imran Khan on Saturday. In the meeting, important issues including the overall political situation of the country, preparations for the upcoming general election and political strategy were discussed. During the meeting, the role of Tehreek-e-Insaf senators in the process of approval of the Army Act by the Senate was reviewed. Imran Khan has set up a one-member commission under the chairmanship of Senator Shibli Faraz to investigate the matter, which will submit its report to the chairman Tehreek-e-Insaf. Bangladesh police clash with protester blockade capital. Bangladesh police fired rubber bullets and tear gas to disperse stone-throwing crowds blockading major roads in the capital Dhaka on Saturday in the latest protest demanding the Prime Minister's resignation. The opposition Bangladesh Nationalist Party and its allies have staged a series of protests since last year demanding Sheikh Hasina step down and allow a caretaker government to oversee election due next year. Clashes erupted in several locations when police moved in to clear thousands of people who gathered in the morning to block traffic on key areas around the city. Some officers were injured, Dhaka Metropolitan Police spokesman Farooq Ahmad said. We fired tear gas and rubber bullets. At least 4 protest sites around the city saw clashes between police and protesters, Ahmad said. Germany warns of spying risk with some Chinese students. Germany's education minister on Saturday called for a revision student exchange practice with China, citing an increased risk of scientific espionage posed by Chinese students who came to study in Germany on full state scholarships. That's all in today's headlines. Keep watching TTN Info TV SK channel by subscribing and do hit the bell icon to receive notification and more updates.